I wonder if you can hear the crispiness. Hopefully you heard that. Because I did. Yes. Hey, how's it going, everyone? Hope you're doing well. Today, it's just gonna be a simple day. Just me, this watermelon, and an ice cream scooper. Or should I say a watermelon spoon? It's really up to your interpretation. But today, I'm just gonna simply enjoy this watermelon and chat with you guys. So, let's dig right in.
Yeah, boy.
So, I've always actually wanted to eat a melon with an ice cream scooper because you just get these perfect little ice cream watermelon scoops. That is a good watermelon.
Nice.
I honestly just thought it'd be a fun idea to eat watermelon with an ice cream scooper. Probably doesn't look like the best thing. Looks like a buttocks. Okay, let's do it. Let's clean that up there. Okay, there we go. Watermelon is actually one of my favorite fruits. Easily. This is actually a really good one. It's from Costco. Costco! And seriously, it is truly an art. I don't know if you've ever seen people like spanking watermelons, slapping them, knocking them. But it is an art. I'm not the best at it by any means. I have a family member actually that is very good at picking watermelons. To the point where her in-laws have said she essentially has a reputation for it. Which I think is pretty incredible. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm eating around the center. That's actually quite strategic. Mostly because the center of the watermelon is just the crispiest, the nicest, the juiciest. Oh, like the closer you get to the rind, that's when you're not, you're like, okay, this is a nice bite, but it's not the best. But this pretty nice area, that's where the gold is. And let's see actually how well I do in eating around it. So that is the question of the day. Is what is your favorite fruit? Now I'm wondering if some people have like, some pretty uncommon fruits as their favorite. Uh-oh. You know what? I should expect to get juice. It's a juicy watermelon. But like, I'm trying to think. I like star fruit. Who's ever eaten a star fruit? I haven't. I mean, dragon fruit, it sounds crazy, but it's actually delicious. And I think it's becoming a lot more common these days. Wow. Look at that. The watermelon's just helping me out. Oh, almost lost my scooper. But I'm trying to think of like, lychees I love. A lot of people here where I live actually haven't really heard of lychees, so that's one. Figs. Although Costco's selling figs. Now breadfruit. I've heard of breadfruit. But is it actually a fruit? I really don't know. But yeah, you know, what's your favorite fruit? For me personally, like I said, watermelon is probably, it's so hard because watermelon, I would say, is my favorite fruit here. Back in Australia, and apparently I hear like, you know, other places like the Philippines have the best mangoes. And Australia really has like incredible mangoes to the point where like, cause here in America, you know, the mangoes are like this and they're green or red. And you're like, that's not the color of a mango, you know? Whereas in Australia, they're like plump and juicy and you're just like, you just wanna dive right in. I actually used to eat mangoes like, how would you say it? Like a banana, yeah. I was gonna say like an apple, but I'm like, you don't really, you know, peel an apple. But I used to literally eat it like a banana because it was so plump. I just like, you know, make a puncture in the top, peel it off. And as I'm peeling off, I'm just like eating the strips as I'm going down. Just loving life. And oh, when you get like, you know, once you get it all peeled, you've gotten like the little teaser, you know, the little taste of the strips. And you're like, I mean, the only one thing about mango, I guess, is like the stringiness sometimes. But aside from that, then you have this like golden egg. And you're just like, oh, it's just so juicy. And then the first bite, it's so good. So those two are definitely my favorite fruits. Now, if someone was to ask me 5 years ago, I mean, even a year ago, 5 years, I don't know why I said 5 years. But a year ago, I said, hey, would you ever be eating half a watermelon with an ice cream scooper in front of a camera? I'd be like, heck no. But here we are. Kind of crazy, isn't it? Oh, that's another question. Is I would love to know, like, what are you doing now that you never thought you'd be doing, you know? Oh, like for example, I mean, I recently got married.
Yay!
But, yeah, if my plan was to get a pilot's license. I actually ride motorcycles. I'll actually include a photo in the video, just like pop up. But yeah, I love motorcycles, and I really enjoy riding them. I mean, I was like very committed to that being very good. I took every single class the first year I rode. I took every single class, like rider education class, because I was very serious about safety. I was hopefully, I would like to think, a very responsible rider. You know, obey traffic laws, you know, tried to stay away from cars, you know, tried to stay in my own lane. No doubt, you should have fun on a motorcycle, but, you know, with precaution. And yeah, I was just dedicated. Took every class, read things online, watched YouTube videos on like how to be a better rider, how to corner better. And it was actually Top Gun that inspired me to want to fly planes. Why? Because Tom Cruise, just being such a freaking awesome guy, riding his motorcycle, the old school Kawasaki. Firstly, yeah, he rode in the original Top Gun, but then the next bike he rides is the Kawasaki H2, if I'm not wrong. Which, you know, motorcyclists, you probably know which bike I'm talking about. If you don't, feel free to look it up. The Kawasaki H2 was my dream bike. Dream. And he's just riding it. And then, oh, hey, guess what? If I'm not cool enough, like, I'm gonna go, you know, train to be a fighter pilot. Learn how to, you know, handle those G's. Right, that is just insane. Especially that scene where he's doing the training course and he's just doing it like it's nothing. I don't believe he's actually the one flying. I think he's like a passenger. But the fact that he can actually handle those movements, oh. Okay. This is the center. This is the best part. Like, gosh. I wonder if you can hear the crispiness. Hopefully you heard that. Because I did. Yes. There's everything I wanted and more. Oh my gosh. Man, that coal is so tasty, so juicy. And if I can say so myself, I picked a pretty good one. And as I'm there in Costco and I'm just smacking watermelons, like it looked at me wrong, you know? I'm just like, I probably look like the biggest weirdo. But I'm just like, I'm just gonna own it, you know? Because, well, firstly, it's worth it in the end to get a really good watermelon, not like a janky one that you're like, you know, what was all that smacking for? Oh, yes. You know what I'm talking about when you eat the crispy part of a watermelon? Like when it's a triangle and you eat that top and it just, you just take a bite and all the juices, that crispiness. I love food. Gosh, I absolutely love food. What was I saying before? Oh, gosh, that is a good bit. You know what? 5-second rule. I clean this table every time. Oh yeah, I was saying, I just own it, you know? And that's probably like the deeper, you know, thing that I talk about today. Is honestly, sometimes like, we're just so afraid to be ourselves. We worry about what other people would think. And here's one thing that I'll say. Everyone has good strengths, good talents. Everything is something that makes them unique, that makes them special. It makes them, you know, everyone has strengths. And like, I've been there myself when I've, you know, especially in certain situations where you really doubt yourself. You honestly kind of question like, why am I here? What am I doing here? Like, should I even be here? Do I even fit in? All these questions. And honestly, it can really get to you. It really got to me. Yeah. But you kind of have to get to a point where you kind of recognize your own strengths, recognize that you have a lot of value, you got a lot of worth to give, you know, value to give, you have a lot of worth. And then you have this self-confidence that kind of grows, starts to grow. Oh, gosh, I wish you saw that. It was just like, I put it in and then just rotated it. Oh, got like a perfect ball. But anyways, so yeah, like once you realize that and you surround yourself with people also that help encourage you and help you honestly maintain or return to that mindset, man, that's when you can build this self-confidence where you don't care what other people think. Heck, I mean, I even had concerns with this where it's like, oh my gosh, you know, what will my family think? What will this person think? What will this person think? And it got to a point where it's like, hey, no, it's fine. I know who I am. I know how I treat other people. Like, I'm okay. And this really, like, I mean, I've already mentioned my hope and motives in doing this. Like, so again, that's something I can lean back on. And that's where, you know, I'm just trying to add value. Trying to do some good, you know? That's just me being real. Man, it's like a swimming pool in here. I guess it's kind of gross. Like a nice pool of watermelon juice, which I love. You know what? Oh gosh. What I haven't tried is putting salt on watermelon or fruit. A lot of people say the salt brings out the sweetness, which I'm like, sure, like, yeah, you do. But I've never tried it myself. I don't know, if you've tried it, please, like, feel free to comment. Let me know how it was, because I don't know. Maybe I should try it next time. I don't know how often I'm gonna do this. It is freaking fun though. But, you know, I probably definitely won't salt, because it's like, every time I take a bite, it's like, yeah. Not very efficient. Well, honestly, I really do hope, you know, something from these videos, something that I say can inspire or uplift. If it doesn't, no worries. Hope you just enjoy watermelon with a scooper then. But if it does, you know, please let me know, because that would only encourage me to keep on doing this, and it'll honestly be encouraging to know that what I'm sharing is helpful. So, and that's the thing, man. I've known people where it's just like, initially they may be in their shell, but then once they get comfortable, once they are with people that honestly allow them to be comfortable, allow them to thrive. And I get that there's like kind of two different sides, right? Like, you have to put in the effort as well. you have to kind of push yourself in certain situations. But also, it really helps when you're in an environment which, you know, there are people and an environment that really helps foster that. I mean, I speak from my own experience, honestly. I've had situations where, you know, it's super positive, super awesome, and then like, I just feel like I thrive and I'm blossoming. But then there's been other situations where, whether it's the people I'm with or just the environment, it just wasn't the best. So